You should work out. Thin, fat, build, strong, weak, age, injury. There is nothing that can, put a barricade and say that, no, I cannot work out. This is not my time to work out. Please work out. Everyone must work out.
What's happening, humans? Welcome to the Blab with me, saisandeshmakam. I hope you all are having an amazing day and an amazing week so far. Today's guest on the podcast is Vasudha Aggarwal. Vasudha is a powerhouse and a bundle of talent. She is a designer, a fitness coach, an entrepreneur, a yoga instructor, and so much more. In this episode, we talk about how her childhood was connected to fitness, to how she ended up starting a health club along with her husband called as the Fit District, which is now in collaboration with Cult. So yeah, that is a big deal. She also talks about her journey with yoga and why everyone should practice yoga, and also she bursts some major myths about workout and women and so much more. And we also discuss about her love for animals and what you as well should do for the voiceless creatures. So if you are into fitness or if you're just getting started on your fitness journey, this episode will definitely be an eye-opener for you. Tune in and listen to it very carefully. But before we get into it, if you think this podcast makes an impact on you, please do take a screenshot and put it up on Instagram stories and tag me and tell me. My handle is saisandeshmakam. And also, please do check out my business page, which is Funka Badger, where we make customized and funky badges and magnets. And we have no minimum quantity. We even make one single badge or magnet as well. So go check it out. So let's get into it. This is Vasudha Aggarwal. Here we go.
Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Finally.
Finally it happens. Hi Vasudha, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing well as well. Thank you so much for doing this and welcome to the Blabberry.
Thank you so much for inviting.
Awesome. So glad that we could talk now. I guess so. We have exactly 1 hour before you have to go, so we have to do this quick.
Yes, done.
Yeah, let's get to it. So how was your day so far?
It's been good. Busy day, but very good day.
Yeah, I'm sure you must really have a lot of busy days, don't you?
Sometimes really busy, sometimes quite okay. Because
Okay.
I work from home most of the time, so It's quite chill.
So can we have you introducing yourself to the listeners?
So hi everyone. Thank you so much for taking out your time listening to us. My name is Vasudha Aggarwal, and I'm born and brought up in Bangalore. And amongst the lucky kids who get to make their hobby, passion as their profession. Yeah, I'm a fine artist who did her designing and arts and also got into fitness. Now we have our own health club in Koramangala. So yeah, that pretty much takes up.
That's great. So wait, so let's start with your childhood. So you say that you have a health club right now and you're into fine arts and everything. So what was your childhood like, and whatever that you're doing right now, was it connected to your childhood always, or did it just happen just like that?
100% it was connected. So I was a swimmer, and my mom believed to be involved in extracurricular activities apart from academics. So both were given equal importance. So I used to go for dance class, swimming class, art class, and eventually that started taking up a lot of my interest. However, back then I was not aware if this could be a profession, because I come from a generation which was about doctors, engineers, and art and fitness was never introduced to any of us as a profession.
Right.
So it has been a part of my childhood very, very much. And I was lucky that at the right time, I got to know information about colleges, about such courses that existed. And the lucky child comes where my parents supported me through this.
Awesome.
Though it wasn't that famous back then, but still they said, you know what, you like it, just go for it. My father was chill. He's like, do what you like. But my mom was quite scared. She spoke to a lot of people, tried to gain a lot of knowledge, like what's the future, what's the career, and the scope, how she can make herself better with this. So she really was there with me all the time, taking me from one teacher to the other, one college to the other. Whoever knew about this, she took me there. Fitness, however, was by chance.
Okay.
I was just a member. After swimming, I had to rather quit swimming because my eardrum ruptured.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had put on so much weight from being in 50s in kgs. I suddenly shot up to 75 kg.
Oh.
And that was bad. So I started working out as a member. And I think maybe just 2 years, after which I was offered that would I be interested in doing courses in fitness. And again, my mother, father, they always said, no learning is waste.
Yeah.
And they said, just go for it. I did it. And though I was 68 kgs when I became an instructor, say I'm talking about 14 years ago, they allowed me to do it. And it's quite surprising because I come from a conservative community.
Right.
Aggarwals are supposed to be conservative, but
absolutely, yeah.
I was, again, that's what I say, the lucky child, God's favorite child who got everything she wanted.
That's really nice story, because I think when you say 14 years back, that probably was 2005, 2006.
Exactly, yes.
Wow. And where did you study this?
I started my fitness journey from Figurine Fitness, which still exists in many parts of Bangalore.
Okay.
And I started as a Bollywood aerobics coach. And now I have plenty and plenty of certifications in my kitty. So that's I feel very good about it with my own health club. And I feel absolutely amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing. So like you've become from a coach to an entrepreneur now.
Exactly.
And as I could see, the Fit District, isn't it? That's what your health
right.
club is called. And
Yes.
you founded this with your husband.
100%, yes.
So let's talk a little bit about that. So how did that come about? I mean, did you guys meet first and then decide to do this, or did this happen and then that happened? Because love stories could go anywhere.
So we met first. We met like about 8 years ago. That's how it started. Basically, I was into fitness, but he was a lot more into fitness. Has always been just for fun for me. It never took a place where I could give a lot of importance to that in my life as a coach. But things changed when Niran and I started being together. Things started changing for me. I also started taking my own fitness and fitness as a coach on a lot more serious note. And coming from a business background, I think that runs in me. My father is a successful businessman, and I always wanted to have my own health club. Again, very lucky to have Niran, who supported me to make this dream come true.
Absolutely.
And now, 2016, we started. By then, we were married already for, I think, 2 or 3 years. We were already married. And we started the gym together, the whole planning, from designing to hiring to taking events, marketing, taking membership, being at the site, searching for a place, ordering equipments. Oh my God, that was a lot of work. And just the two of us did everything in 6 months.
Wow.
I exactly know, like May 10th, 2016, we started to think about the Fit District. Jan 1st, 2017, it was live. So that was quite a big thing for both of us.
That's amazing, because I saw your Instagram stories and I checked out the Fit District's page. I mean, the place itself has a very nice vibe to it. I felt
this place was like really belonging, and I really love what you guys did with the place. I guess that's also part of the experience. Am I right?
100%. So, Niran and I had a plan. When we open the gym, it should be like a fitness boutique, where we cater to each and every member on a very personal note. And that's something that we preach till today. Our team has supported us with this. So they literally lived up to our dreams. They had a very personal connect with our members, understood their requirement, and gave them the kind of sessions they required. And we were the first gym in Bangalore to have everything under one roof. We are affiliated CrossFit center. We had licensed Les Mill programs. We had personal training. We had about 25 to 26 kinds of group classes. And we had a spinning studio. We have gym access. So lots of things were going on, physiotherapy. So we were amongst the first gym who started to give everyone all the facilities that they would ask for when it comes to fitness.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things, and you are the only two who are managing it.
Yes, that's right. Our team did stay with us till today. They are with us. But when we started, it was just the both of us on how we want, what is it that we would like to deliver, what is going to be our main thing. So our tagline always said train to progress. And I think we beautifully stuck to that. We made sure each and every member who walked in had an experience on daily basis, a fab experience. They progressed to achieve their goals. So I think we have done it. I'm quite proud to say that we have done that.
That's amazing. That's a great story to tell about a startup which has come so far and actually doing so successful. You guys are doing something so different. And how do you feel the response is? How do you felt the response was in the beginning? Because people don't know all these things.
So we have been into the fitness industry for, like I said, now 14 years. And 4 years ago is when we started thinking about the gym. So we have had our base in Bangalore for 10 years. And Niran has been working with Fitness First from the beginning. And I have experienced all the fine premium health clubs in Bangalore before I could start the Fit District with him. Okay. So we built a good loyalty of people who really committed their fitness goals with us. They for them, Vasudha and Niran were ultimate.
Right.
So that was one of our plus points, where people actually waited for 6 months when the TFT was under construction.
Wow.
And people waited. And November, we started enrolling. We started with, to be precise, 179 members.
Wow.
Which was, I think, a very good start.
Absolutely.
And zero money spent on marketing. The marketing was only done by both of us by conducting events on weekends for people. We'll just announce it on our Instagram page. We didn't even know what marketing was. Only when we started the gym slowly, we got to know the importance of marketing. So it was purely on how people loved us, their loyalty towards us. They came and they committed for a 1-year membership without even seeing a ready gym. 2 young, literally kids starting their own gym, and we were not charging any less. We were charging like about 36,000 a year.
Okay.
And people were ready to commit that kind of money before seeing how the gym was going to be, what are we offering, who the coaches are going to be.
Wow.
So that was definitely very overwhelming for both of us to get that kind of love and to still receive that kind of love, that commitment from our members. It's absolutely a blessing.
Yeah. You do CrossFit and all these things, but it seems like there's more to you. There's so many things other than that you do. Can you just shed some light on that?
Of course, I would love to. So, like I said, my education is from arts. And that's something that I work from home. I take up interior designing projects and I take up art projects. I take art classes and I've held a lot of exhibitions earlier before we started TFD. Well, after TFD, there was no time for anything else. Morning to night, all 7 days we were there. But before that, it was the art that was my priority, and I did pretty well in that. And over a period of 14 years, I have taken a lot of certifications, taken a lot of programs, and got certified in Bollywood aerobics, body combat, which is a mixed martial art based program, yoga, body balance, gymnastics, CrossFit, TRX. So plenty of things. I got the opportunity to do all of that. I got the support from everyone to, do this. And yes, and then the gym. So it's been a busy time always. We're constantly trying to achieve something. I'm very ambitious. So lazing around, I love it. But most of the time, you'll find me working, always figuring out things like, how do I do this? What do I do? There's never been a rest period, nor can I think of myself taking a rest period.
That's amazing. That's like a true entrepreneurial process right there.
I think that comes from my father.
That's amazing. Yeah, Aggarwal pride, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So you mentioned yoga, right? And very, very recently, yoga has taken the world by storm. A lot more people are getting into it, and a lot more centers or shalas have opened up.
Right.
I myself had a yoga teacher who's my friend on the BlaBberry as a guest a few episodes back.
Nice.
So you tell me, what are your views to it, and how are you adding value to it, or how is it adding value to you?
So, Sandesh, I respect all forms of workout. I respect all forms of profession. But I still personally feel no matter who you are, what you do, you must add yoga at least 2 or 3 hours in your week. The benefits are immense. I cannot even tell you. In simple language, I would tell you that things that you cannot control, yoga can do that for you. Your breath, understanding about your breathing patterns, your body, your mind, it all comes through practice. And this practice of yoga is amazing. Everyone should experience. If you're not, you're missing out on something, because it's a vast topic. I can actually go on and on about it.
Right.
And all I would like to say is that all our internal organs, muscles can be controlled and can work so beautifully just if you start to practice a little bit of yoga, get a good coach, get started with your breathing, pranayama practice, meditation, some postures to get started with. And in terms of how am I contributing with yoga, it's been, I think now 8 years since I have been a yoga coach, and I never liked yoga. I was one person who would like to move, dance, but not yoga. I did yoga because I had a lot of ankle issues, due to which I had to, I was on a verge of quitting fitness as a profession. That's how yoga started. And eventually, over a period of so many years, when I started seeing the changes within my thought process, my physical attributes, I realized how beneficial it is. And since then, I have only been trying to spread that awareness in many different ways through my yoga events, workshops. And the best part is when I see members progressing, when they come up to me, it's like, hey, I didn't know I could do this.
Nice.
Or, hey, I changed like this,
Nice.
And for me, in my classes, I see a lot of members understanding how capable they are, which probably they never realized before or they attended my class. And that's my major contribution, just to realize how capable they are and how much they can benefit. My knowledge, my cues, when I tell them something, they understand how complex the body is and how beautifully it all works.
Wow.
And that's what I feel I'm contributing to it. And I love taking yoga classes. In fact, before I got on a call with you, I was working on a workshop to conduct in Maldives, for a 4-5 day workshop in Maldives on yoga, on meditation.
Wow.
So it's fabulous. It's
Yeah,
fabulous. Everyone,
I'm
you
sure.
must try it out. I would like to add one thing over here.
Yeah, please.
I'm amongst the very few yoga instructors
Mm-hmm.
who do weight training,
Mm-hmm.
who also do a lot of cardiovascular training. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not limiting myself to yoga only. And
Right.
it is because of yoga that I'm able to do the other two forms of fitness with
Mm-hmm.
ease and without any injuries.
That's good.
So I lift heavy, but I'm
Right.
not having any injury. I do feel sore, but my
Right.
yoga helps me to stretch those muscles out.
That's
And my
amazing.
ankle injuries have improved so much, so much, so much that now I can dance for hours together without feeling that horrible shrill pain that I used to feel
Wow.
earlier.
Wow.
So definitely, and
Uh-huh.
I'm quite a short-tempered person, and over a period of 8 years I have calmed down drastically thanks to
Okay.
yoga alone.
Wow. Wow. I'm sure you were almost on the verge when we couldn't connect the call, huh?
Yes.
That is so nice to listen to. I mean, there are so many things that people can say about yoga, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the person, isn't it? If they want to do it, they
Absolutely.
have to do it, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And should do it, whether you want
Yeah.
to do it or not, do
Mm-hmm.
it. Be consistent with it. And only after you give yourself maybe a 3 month time, you
Mm-hmm.
will realize the benefits. And then,
Mm-hmm.
mark my words, you are addicted to it by then.
Wow. Wow. That
That's
is
how,
strong.
yeah.
That is good. That's nice. So, while we're talking about this, I wanted to just put in a question where I'm sure a lot of them might be interested to know, right? When we talk about women and workout,
Hmm.
or women or in the health industry or doing something like yoga or lifting weights or cardio or anything, TRX,
Right,
anything,
right.
there are a lot of myths,
Absolutely.
right? You must have heard of them. You must have your clients always coming to you and telling that, will this happen if I do this and all that. What are the major myths that you have heard, and like, could you like burst them right now?
I would love to. So,
Yeah.
one of, in my experience, when I have had a lot of women approaching me when they see me work out or
Mm-hmm.
when they see the classes that we conduct at the Fit District.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow it's really sad that they think weightlifting is not for them, and that hurts because they think, oh, I will bulk up, I will not look feminine, oh, I don't want to build muscles, I just want to reduce weight. But they don't realize the importance of having muscle in your body. It's not about bulking up. I wish bulking up was easy. It's not. You know, I have been trying for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
I've just become broad a little bit, but I haven't bulked up. And I do quite a lot of weight training. So,
Right.
but uh, let me just talk about this important aspect of how important weight training is for
Okay.
everyone, women especially, because we go through a lot of phases in life, especially the phase of being a mother, and that period changes us drastically. Our body, the center of gravity, the muscles, the elasticity, uh, the mind, everything takes a toll during that phase. And it's only the workout that you have done earlier, especially when it comes to weightlifting, will help you go through that phase of 9 months to 12 months of carrying a baby, the process of delivering, and post delivery.
Right.
It's so important because our bones at the age of 40 plus, it tends to become a little more brittle. And
Okay.
if you have done weight training from your 20s, at least if you start, you will see how beautifully you're growing. You will not feel that you're getting older. Age just becomes a number, literally.
Wow.
But if you are someone who believes that, hey, no, I'm walking, I think that's enough, I do housework, that's enough, you have to understand that those are different forms of staying active. But is that helping you with longevity? No, it's not. Is that helping you to recover from injuries? No, it's not. Is that helping you during your pregnancy? No, it's not. So that's how much weight training is important because it builds your muscle. It converts your fat into muscle, or rather reduces your fat and helps you to burn calories at a much more faster pace. And you're just not feeling strong, but you are strong, and you're ready to take the unknown that comes your way.
Right.
So that's one of the thing. Second thing that many times I hear that, hey, why do you need a workout? You're already so thin, you know. That is really bad. So people must understand that you should work out. Thin, fat, built, strong, weak, age, injury. There is nothing that can, put a barricade and say that, no, I cannot work out. This is not my time to work out. Please work out. Everyone must work out. And another major myth, very important myth, is when you're pregnant or you have your monthly cycles, you should not work out. No, it is wrong. If your body is in rest mode all the time when you're pregnant, you're just making it worse. How will you bounce back? A woman working out throughout and gets pregnant, she will bounce back in 3 months and back to a normal life post-pregnancy, versus a woman who doesn't work out. Wow. She's never going to bounce back. It's going to take her so much more time to bounce back. And another important thing, that if I am eating, if I'm working out, I can afford to eat. Absolutely wrong. 70% of your fitness, your healthy lifestyle is about what you eat. So please be wise. That doesn't mean you have to go on crash diets or any other, fasting. You just eat your normal 3 to 5 meals. Check your portions. Have fun while eating. Don't have to starve yourself. Just get those portions right. So these are the most common and basic things that I'm sharing with you. Which people have major wrong notions. They think that I can eat because I work out. I'm thin, so I don't have to work out. I don't want to build muscle, so I shouldn't do weight training. I'm pregnant, so I need to eat a lot. No, you don't have to eat a lot. Eat only what is required. Our parents always keep stuffing us, during the pregnant duration. They're like, eat this, eat that. That's not required. That's actually not required.
Yeah, the baby's going to come out very round and beautiful.
Not just the baby, but even she is going to end up being very round, which is going to be very difficult for her to take that off. And, eventually those are the things that takes off your self-confidence. You start feeling low about it. It's workout gives you confidence. Absolutely. Not just a feel-good factor, but you actually feel a lot more confident to face different kinds of situations just because you feel good. You are good. So these are the different kinds of myths, and I feel people should just stop thinking like this. It's important.
Yeah, it's very important, because I'm sure there's a lot of information on the internet about this as well, but there is nothing like your own trainer or your coach reaffirming them, right?
Absolutely. I think one must listen to their coach. If your coach is trying to make a change in your lifestyle, just follow it. You can tell what suits you, what not, and then be consistent. That is important. Be consistent and just follow. Just follow.
That's amazing. So when we speak about exercise and workout, especially for women or even men in this matter, there are a lot of us who do a lot of work. I have recently started working out very consistently since October. I've not stopped. I've not given up a day. Awesome. And I can already see that changes in me. And but before that, I would not have the time. Right? So because people wake up very early, they have to catch a cab or a bus or a metro, and then they have to go, they come back, they're tired, they have to do their household chores, go back to bed, and the same thing continues for the 5 days, and the weekend comes, and the weekend they feel that they don't have to put up any stress, so they go out partying and all these things. But if there is somebody who's who's thinking that if I have to work out, how long should I work out? When can I work out? What would be your best advice for that?
Right. So, firstly, I feel in a week itself, it is good to just spend 4 hours on yourself. Like we're talking about only 4 hours in a week. So not every day is required, to be spent on working out. However, first thing, if you don't have time to work out, please watch what you eat. That
Okay.
itself is going to be a good start. The moment you start seeing changes with your diet alone, you would be motivated to give out now some time for working out as well. And in a day, now, so the good side is, thanks to technology that's developing, we have so much, if you cannot afford to take out time to go to a gym and roll over there, there's so many online portals that give you half an hour workout. I think half an hour is a good start. It is important. Even if you do like 4 times a half an hour workout, it is a good start. So for somebody who's struggling with this, my suggestion is please watch your diet. Very important. That doesn't take your time too much, and it is still getting you to a fitter life. And probably sign up for one of the online portals. Understand what you like. Nowadays, if you are someone who loves dancing, you don't really have to enroll in for a Zumba session. You have so many health clubs which give you online dance sessions, or online yoga sessions, online body weight training sessions, which need not have equipments with it. So it's just you and your phone or your TV, and you're good to start. And all it takes is half an hour. And there are no rules that you should work out only in the morning or in the evening. You find time, just enroll, find time and get started. Only thing that they should keep in mind is give a gap. If you've had a meal, give a gap of about 1.5 hour to 2 hour. And if there has been a long duration between your meal and when you plan to work out, probably around 45 minutes to 30 minutes, have a fruit or have a handful of dry fruits, nuts, seeds. That will give you instant energy. It's extremely important to balance your food, your snack time with your workout time, and stay hydrated.
That's amazing. So if I can just ask you another question regarding the food. Why do you think the time is 1.5 hour? Because I'm sure a lot of people, eat and then immediately hit the gym. They call it pre-workout. I'm sure there are snacks like that. But why do you say 1.5 hours? Just this is for the listeners, because I'm sure many of them would be having questions, right? So I want to just ask you that. Why the 1.5 hour time?
So when we talk about 1.5 hour, we are talking about a meal. Like maybe if you've had your lunch, say at around 1:32, and then you try and hit the gym, it gets difficult because the food is still under the process of digesting.
Right.
And you might feel uneasy when you are working out, because the body is going through different phases, different heart rate at that point of time. And we don't know if the food is not digested, how we're going to feel. Well, also someone who's been working out from a very long time definitely knows how to deal with that. Like there might be some days where you've just had a meal, a late lunch, and you have to hit the gym. But they would know how to deal with that. But in a normal scenario, I wouldn't suggest. If it's a heavy meal, a good meal, please give a break of 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Versus if you've had a salad, a snack, pre-workout snack can be like a protein bar, or any of a peanut butter sandwich.
Absolutely.
These does not require too much time, where you can even afford to eat it like 30 to 40 minutes before a workout.
Right.
But when you're really running short of time, you think that, oh my God, I just don't have time. I have 15 minutes to go. Grab a fruit, an apple, a banana. Any of these fruits are super good. They give you a lot of energy. I think the best thing is a beetroot juice. Carrot beetroot juice. Oh my God, that is like an energy booster.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, a beetroot can give you instant energy. It's,
Nice.
yeah, instead of having, so I'm an anti-supplement person. I don't even have a protein shake with me.
Okay.
I don't have any of that. I try and get as much as possible through natural food. And it's been, I think, 4 months since now I've turned into a vegetarian.
Nice. Okay.
And I feel good. I feel absolutely good because I'm taking care of my meals, my
Right.
snacks,
Right.
water, very
Mm-hmm.
important, water throughout the day. And I think that's more than enough.
That's crazy. So, what about after workout? When do you think people should consume or eat anything?
After 45 minutes, anytime is good.
That's
But I
great.
would suggest that if you have, say, spent 1 hour or 90 minutes in a workout,
Mm-hmm.
before you go home and prepare your meal or have your meal, just have a fruit, that's
Right.
good. Have a fruit juice, a fruit shake, or if you really want to have a protein
Mm-hmm.
shake, you can have that as well. So by the
Mm-hmm.
time you reach home, that takes you, I'm assuming, maybe 15 minutes to 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That is digested,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a good snack, and
Mm-hmm.
you are ready for your meal. So taking
Yeah.
such snacks helps you to eat your meals, make your meals rather simpler and
Mm-hmm.
smaller.
Wow. Okay.
That is extremely important, because when after a workout you're really famished,
Mm-hmm.
and that your tendency is to quickly go and have a good meal. That's the
Yeah.
craving.
That's
Even
absolutely
we all go through that craving as instructors, as someone who has knowledge of body functioning, nutrition,
mm-hmm.
health. We all have cravings.
Right.
So when we drink water and we
Mm-hmm.
have these healthy snacks,
Mm-hmm.
we end up eating lesser of the unhealthy stuff.
Wow. That's actually so true that we have stopped having Maggie in our home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we stopped purchasing that. We stopped purchasing potato chips and all these things. You were so right, dead on point. Like now I'm realizing it after you told me. So that's crazy.
I would like to add over here,
Yeah.
no matter what you think about healthy lifestyle, how much priority you give to eating right, working out consistently, my major request would be just stop white sugar.
Oh.
Like, stop getting that sugar home. Just replace all of that with honey and jaggery. They still taste amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's still really yummy. You still have that feeling of having a dessert, but white sugar is a criminal. It's
Wow.
it's literal meaning, it's like toxic for you, which can be so harmful you don't realize it. Even one day, a small teaspoon in a tea, in a coffee, just stop it. 1 month, and you will see a change. It's a challenge
Oh.
that probably I can take up a sugar challenge, 1 month off sugar, but you
Mm-hmm.
can still have jaggery, you can still have honey, you can
Mm-hmm.
have any of these sweeteners,
Mm-hmm.
but just go off white sugar.
How about brown sugar?
Any of that. Take it
That's
off.
fine.
No,
No, that's not
get
fine.
no, brown sugar is also not fine. I would still say jaggery. I would still say honey,
Wow.
liquid jaggery. It's
That
amazing.
is
I have my coffee with it, and it tastes really good. I
okay.
think I've reached a point where I actually don't realize the difference, because sometimes you end up going to Starbucks, you have coffee over
Yeah.
there,
Mm-hmm.
and you actually cannot make out the difference between sugar and jaggery. It still tastes the same.
Wow.
And the benefits of having a jaggery instead of white sugar is immense.
Oh my God. That is news. And that kind of hit really hard.
I'm not kidding. If you
Yeah.
actually do a survey on people having cholesterol, heart issues, uh,
Uh-huh.
white sugar, or rather sugar, is the
Uh-huh.
cause.
Wow.
It's the primary cause. So anyone who's looking to get started, start with this.
Start with this. That's
Yeah.
great. That's crazy. Thank you so much for that. I mean, that is more than what I need, and thank you so much for sharing that information because that's very important. So let's come back to your gym and the fit district, and now recently you have tied up with Cult as well. Am I right?
Right.
How did that go about? I mean, I don't think it's an easy task, but How did that go about, and how did that add to your business?
So Sandesh, this is a fun story.
Right.
2017 Jan, we launched our gym
Mm-hmm.
to the outside world. And I think Feb end, same year, Feb end or March start, Cult approached us that if we would be willing to, get along with them. I
Mm-hmm.
think we were the second one whom they approached for acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
And but that time, though it was extremely interesting, and it was a dilemma that we went through. One
Mm-hmm.
side we have this amazing opportunity offer by Cult,
Mm-hmm.
and on the other side we have just started the Fit District, and there's so much that we had thought, planned, dreamt, of how the journey is going to be, how we would like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a difficult task, but unfortunately, very sadly, that time we had to rather go behind our dreams and our
Mm-hmm.
thoughts towards the Fit District.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was a good thing we did, because
Mm-hmm.
people understood what the Fit District was. If probably at that point we got acquired,
Mm-hmm.
TFD would have never
Wow.
existed. Yeah. And so that was a good chance that we took, and we are quite happy with what we went forward with. And then recently, again, last year when they came back to us, we thought it's now a very good time, because TFD has made its mark. People are aware of who Vasudha and Niran are, what TFD is, what we have our beliefs towards fitness. And we were again very happy with the way Cult approached us, because they wanted to collaborate with us. They said, we don't want to acquire you. We want to use your facilities and involve Cult facilities. So right now we are the only center, I think, across India where at one place you have the best of both.
Wow.
So you have the best of TFD. We still are an affiliated CrossFit club. We still offer our facilities, and Cult also offers their facilities at our venue. It's so beautiful, right? When two
Yeah.
competitors working together now,
Yeah.
to take the fitness industry. It's now our priority is to grow the fitness industry and
Right.
not to compete with each other. And we are working
Right.
so well. And there's so much to learn. We learned when we were just with TFD. Now we are learning so
Yeah.
much, being a part of CureFit, which is such a fast-paced, growing company.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing to be a part of them now.
That's amazing. To actually reject an acquisition deal and then have them come back again. That's a great story to tell. That's
Absolutely. We
amazing.
feel good. We feel blessed for, I think
Yeah.
the reason is because we just stuck to our ground of the way we want to commit to fitness industry and to our members. We really we like it to be personally connected with our members, where we can relate to them, and they can always approach us at any point of time. And
Right.
even though now we have opened to a much bigger crowd, I
Yeah.
think we still have continued being there for them personally, for the old TFD members, and now for the new Cult members who come in. It's really nice to see how thousands of people walk in every day, and they have become loyal to this one center of Cult, TFD Cult.
Amazing. Amazing. That's a great story. So, any chances of having TFD in other places in Bangalore?
At the moment, we have not thought about it, because we are honestly liking the way things are going with the whole collaboration.
Right.
And Niran is now working with them.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and I am now freelancing. I want to focus a lot more on my yoga workshops, and definitely my designing and art. So I think right now, no, that's not on our head.
I think we've spoken about your husband a little too many times, and we've not got into depth. So this is for him. So how is it having a husband doing, like, loving what you do as well and doing it together? How does that feel?
Amazing, very good, because you can relate to each other, connect to each other on a much deeper level, because we understand how fitness industry work. We understand everything about it. So there is not much of, trying to justify or prove each other's work over here. So that's a plus point. I think the best plus point is when you have a leg day and after that you can't move. He understands that.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Well, if you have to say that, you guys are working together and all these things, are there particular things that he takes care of separately, or you take care of separately, or is it like both of you do everything together?
Initially, it was like that. Initially, honestly, when we started with the Fit District, it was like that. And we started seeing that somewhere there have been a clash of thoughts where both of us are right. And both of us are quite adamant and ambitious of making it work. So that's when we decided that, hey, let's divide our departments. So you take care of certain things, I will take care of certain things, but the final decision will be taken mutually. So that way it helps us to maintain discipline, harmony, and we continue to respect each other's opinion, because the final decision is now taken mutually, and yet we are not interfering in each other.
That's good.
So that's really very important when I feel husband-wife work together.
So there is a lot of things, a lot of connections that happen, because at the end of the day, you have to come back home together. So if you have a fight at work, it's going to affect personally, right?
Exactly. It no longer, you can say, that, hey, keep your professional work at or your office, because we are together now constantly at work, at home. So it's difficult, no matter how much ever you say and you try, it's really difficult to keep both separated when you're working together.
Yeah, that's
you
amazing.
Exactly
that's really
know
good.
What's running in each other's mind, why he or she is upset, and it's you cannot be ignorant about it. So the best thing is divide your work and move forward with it, but respect each other's opinion.
That's good. Thank you so much. So I want to talk to you about one aspect where which actually kind of connected us, because I got in touch with you through my brother-in-law.
Absolutely, yes.
So tell me about the impact that animals have in your life.
So Sandesh, this is one thing. It's very weird. 5 years ago, I was the same person who would say, oh, I hate animals. Oh my God, please keep them away from me. And today I am the same person who probably is working extra hard to do something for animals, to do something for all the abandoned animals, all the strays, because I have just understood one thing after being with them. They are so loving. They don't understand what is hate. They don't understand any of the negative adjectives. All they know is how to love, how to give love. And when you get angry with them, when you're unkind to them, they just keep wondering what they did do. It's my only request to everyone listening to me is, if you cannot do good to them, just don't be bad. Because I'm sorry to say something like this, but it's very depressing when you are going from one place to the other and you see how animals are treated. People hit them, they just shoo them away, and all they want is love. And if everyone could just keep a bowl of water outside their house, maybe the leftover rice and curd, instead of throwing it in the bin, if they could just give not any masala based food, but just a simple rice and curd, I think that's going to help change things, because a lot of dogs wait for garbage trucks as their treats, and that hurts. That really hurts. So we just start doing these small things which doesn't demand anything on us financially or time. It will make a lot of difference. India is going to be a lot more better place. And if the colony could take up an initiative to neuter or spade the strays around, so eventually the population of indies and strays reduces. things are going to be a
Yeah.
lot more better for all of us.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is very nice, Vasudha. Thank you so much for telling that, because more people need to listen to that, and more people need to start practicing these kind of things, so that they have to treat the other beings as well as equal as how we would treat them.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I was my Smokey was my first pet, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know anything
Mm-hmm.
about animals. I didn't know what is adoption, about any of those things. So I went to a breeder. I just liked him.
Mm-hmm.
I picked him up. I paid him, and I got him. And it was so
Right.
sad that the
Mm.
next day he was admitted in ICU with parvovirus.
Oh, wow.
I was lucky and I was happy that I got Smokey because I could treat him. Because if he would have been with a breeder, he would have
Uh-huh.
died. They will not take care of
Yeah.
him, you know.
Yeah. 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 Of course.
So that's when I understood the importance of adopting. I understood
Yeah.
the importance of taking care of indies, adopting an indie or
Mm-hmm.
adopting abandoned dogs, and
Mm-hmm.
not buying, because breeders are, they hurt the dog to breed, they force the
Yeah.
dog to breed.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, social media, it was absolutely sad to see that how they treat dogs just because they want likes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah.
yeah, so it's just very depressing to see all of this. And in fact,
Yeah.
one of the reason I left non-veg a few months ago was
Mm-hmm.
to stop harming animals. I'm not
Mm.
against anybody who eats non-veg. It's a choice.
Absolutely.
This
Yeah.
was a choice that I made, that after staying with my dogs, I know that they have emotions, they understand a lot
Mm-hmm.
of things,
Mm-hmm.
and knowingly I cannot hurt someone.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean that's something that people need to listen to. Actually, my last question for you on this podcast was that I have something called as a human to-do list.
Hmm.
That is, I ask every guest of mine. So if there is something that you should ask a person or any individual that they have to do daily or weekly or monthly in
Hmm.
a day, what would that be? So I'm going to add that as an answer to this, right?
Definitely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh, as much as I would like this also to be a priority in everyone's life, of
Mm-hmm.
being kind to them, or just giving some water to them, or biscuits
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe if they really don't have the time, I think the first thing that they should start to prioritize is themselves. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So coming from a health industry, I think
Mm-hmm.
please spend some time with yourself, even if it's 5 minutes a day. Just go in some corner of your house which gives you peace, sit
Mm-hmm.
there and close your eyes and just focus on how you're breathing. you know I
Mm-hmm.
think that's very, very, very important, which we think is a waste of time, but that 5 minute is going to make a huge difference.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
So
that's great advice. That's one thing that has to be on the to-do list, and very surprisingly, many of my guests actually say that, and you also are reaffirming that thing. So that makes it really good, because even I've started meditating for a while now,
right.
and just like you, I'm so short-tempered. I get pissed off on the road if there's a traffic, and
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, and now I'm so calm. It surprises me. Like the other day, my car broke down, and I
Yeah.
was like so calm. I was like, okay, what next? What next? It was so
Yeah.
surprising.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's good. Thank you so much, Vasudha. I mean, this has been a very wonderful conversation,
Thank you
and
so much. It was absolute pleasure to talk to you. And
yeah,
if to everyone who's listening to me, just start prioritizing your health. That's all. Start
that's
small, but
crazy.
start.
Yeah, that's amazing. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead, and I'm sure you have to run right now. So I will. So I'll probably give you the link when the podcast is released, and you can have a listen to it. And I hope you share it with your friends and your family and your clients.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much.
much. Thanks a
Thank you.
lot.
Good talking to you. Bye.
Same here. Bye.
That was one eye-opening conversation, wasn't it? If you want to get in touch with Vasudha, or if you want to visit the Fit District and have a session with them, all the links are in the show notes. Go check it out. Go give it a try, have a session, and you can truly see what an amazing experience the Fit District gives. If you think this episode made an impact on you, please do take a screenshot and put it up on Instagram stories and tag me. My handle is saisandeshmakam, and tag Vasudha Aggarwal, whose handle is Vasudha_Aggarwal, and tell us how much you liked this episode, and that will really help us out a lot. And to all of you who are already doing that, you are amazing. It's because of people like you why I keep doing whatever I'm doing. That's about it. I'll see you guys next week. My name is saisandeshmakam, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Bye.